Hello everyone. Today I would like to present a paper entitled Exploring English Speaking Anxiety Across Majors in Taiwan. Actually, this paper was presented in international conference in Bangkok this April 2024. Actually, this paper has two purposes. The first one is to examine the interaction between language learning anxiety and the online learning environment. The second purpose is to explore how peer learning activities in the online setting may impact participants' language learning anxiety level. Therefore, the researcher recruit both English majors and non-English majors in Taiwan to participate in this study. In order to find out the above mentioned two purposes, the researcher provides some relevant studies here related to language learning anxiety and speaking performance. The first one is the causes of anxiety. Previous researchers found that learners' inability to communicate in non-native languages and lack of self-worth, efficacy, and confidence. The second one is negative impact toward language learning. That is to say, anxiety negatively affects speaking test performance with differences across proficiency levels. The third one is about proficiency levels. It was found that significant differences in anxiety levels and speaking performance among students of different proficiency levels. Then the researchers would like to provide the relevant studies toward majors and language learning anxieties. As for English majors seem slightly to have more anxious than non-English majors in in teacher-student interaction, and they may have fear of negative evaluation. And for humanity and sciences, no significant differences in speaking apprehension levels among English, humanities, and sciences majors was found in previous studies. And third one, for intermediate levels, previous researchers found that all majors had intermediate levels of language learning anxiety across different speaking situations. And the researcher would like to review relevant studies toward language learning anxiety and peer learning through three aspects. The first one, peer support. The second one, peer evaluation. Third one, peer interaction. As for peer support, it was found that peer learning and teaching can support or help reduce language learning anxiety because it can provide non-threatening environment for learner. As for peer evaluation, a learner may receive feedback from peers rather than only from instructor, and it can reduce anxiety. And third one, when it comes to peer interaction, it seems that working together in peer group can improve language performance by fostering or helping them a supportive environment. Based on those studies, the researcher provides three research questions. As you can see here, the first one, what are the overall speaking anxiety levels among language majors in EFL speaking courses in Taiwan? And the second one, are there any significant differences in the levels of English speaking anxiety between English majors and non-English majors among Taiwanese university students? And the third one, does the implementation of online peer learning lead to significant differences in the levels of English speaking anxiety across different majors among university students. In order to answer the above mentioned 3 questions, the researchers invite 106 Taiwanese students covering 57 non-English majors and 49 English majors. And the most important thing is that the researcher also invite 6 countries of international peers, comes from United States, Australia, Switzerland, Indonesia, and the like. And about the method and instrument, okay, the researcher used foreign language classroom anxiety scale, consists of 33 item self-report questionnaire in order to find out learners' language learning anxiety. It was a 5-point Likert scale, and Chinese version was used in order to ensure all the participants understand of the content, and the reliability level was 0.92. Then I want to talk about the data collection procedure. First, the researcher asked all the participants, all the students, complete the anxiety questionnaire, and then to take the TOEIC bridge speaking test. Then the researcher asked both groups, that means the English major and non-English major groups, receive regular instruction, okay, for 9 weeks. Then the researcher asked the English majors to have 7 weeks of online peer learning, while non-English major, that means Japanese major, to have 7 weeks of regular instruction. Finally, the researcher asked all the participants to complete the anxiety questionnaire again and TOEIC bridge speaking test again. In order to find out the research question, the researcher used descriptive analysis, and then in order to answer the second research questionnaire, the research question, the researcher used independent sample t-test so as to evaluate differences in the speaking language learning anxiety level between English major and non-English major. And in order to find out or compare the anxiety levels of English majors and non-English major with regular instruction and English major with peer learning training, the researcher used one-way ANOVA, okay? So let's take a look at the results and discussion here. For the research question 1, what about the overall speaking anxiety level among language majors? As you can see in this table, English speaking anxiety level between major. It was found that both groups had moderate level of anxiety when taking the speaking test. As you can see, English and non-English major, the means. And this finding also echoed the previous studies that both English and non-English majors exhibit moderate levels of anxiety when taking speaking tests. And as for the second research question, what about the significant differences in the level of English speaking anxiety between English major and non-English majors? Okay, this table found that no significant difference was found, okay, in English speaking anxiety between 2 groups. As you can see, p-value here. Okay, as for the most important thing, the third question. Implementation of online peer learning lead to significant differences in the levels of English speaking anxiety across different majors, okay? As you can see here, English major before peer learning, non-English major, and also English major after peer learning. This is the means. It was found that Japanese major have the highest level of anxiety, and the English major's anxiety lowered after peer learning. And this finding also echo the previous studies that peer learning seemed to have a notable positive impact on decreased English major's anxiety levels. And then the researcher conduct one-way ANOVA, as you can see in this table. The significant level was obtained by ANOVA, by ANOVA test. There were group differences in this chart in terms of majors and online peer learning training. Let's take a look more specifically here. The results of post hoc test on anxiety level for 3 groups. As you can see here, EB for English major before treatment. NE means non-English major. EA means English major after online learning treatment. Okay. And this table shows that the significant differences were found between the English majors before peer learning and before speaking training, and between that and Japanese major before speaking training. More specifically, we can say that students with English majors who receive online peer learning have significantly lower anxiety level than students with those before the online peer learning training, as you can see the p-value here. And the most important thing I would like to show you, English major who underwent online peer learning training showed a noteworthy decrease, in anxiety compared to Japanese majors. So at the end of the study, there are some reflection, some key insights here. This study revealed differences in English speaking anxiety among college students across different majors, with non-English majors exhibiting higher levels of anxiety. And the second one is that the peer learning impact. Online peer learning can be effective in reducing learners' anxiety level, particularly for English major lacking prior experience. And the most important thing is pedagogical implication. Some insights for educators, for instructors, on the importance of integrating online peer learning platforms in the future, to reduce anxiety when we would like to implement such kind of course. So this is about my study, and thanks for all your attention. If you have any question, welcome to ask and give me feedback. Thanks.